My dear students, today let us learn about one important topic called viruses. Viruses are very peculiar organisms. Robert Whittaker classified all the living organisms into five kingdoms, namely Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and Animalia. Whereas these viruses do not fit into any of these kingdoms because all the kingdoms that are mentioned by Robert Whittaker contains either prokaryotes or eukaryotes. Whereas viruses are neither prokaryotes nor eukaryotes. Apart from this, viruses are the connecting links between non-living organisms and living organisms. This is because when virus is present outside the cytoplasm of the host, they don't exhibit any of the living characters. Whereas once they enter into the host cytoplasm, viruses start exhibiting all living characters like multiplication and also mutation. So whenever the virus is present outside the cytoplasm, they are equivalent to sodium chloride crystal as they don't exhibit any living character outside the cytoplasm. Hence, viruses exhibit both living and non-living and transitory stages. So anyway, and once the virus enters into the host cytoplasm, viral genome acquires mastery over host genetic material, and now the host DNA starts dancing to the tunes of viral genome. So virus is a connecting link between living organisms and non-living organisms. When present outside the cytoplasm, it doesn't exhibit any living characters, but once the virus enters into the cytoplasm, viruses start exhibiting all living characters like multiplication, mutation, etc. Viruses have no metabolism of their own. This is another peculiarity. Because of this peculiar nature, because the viruses do not have any metabolism, antibiotics do not work on them. Because we know pretty well that antibiotics will block certain metabolism like protein metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism, or lipid metabolism. And all these metabolisms are absent in the viruses. As a result, antibiotics do not have any target in the virus. Once they enter into the body of any organism, they obtain mastery over host DNA. In such cases, host DNA starts dancing to the tunes of viral DNA, and now the host DNA, instead of preparing the proteins required by the host, they start preparing the proteins that are required by the virus. And viral infections can be prevented only by vaccination because antibiotics do not work on them. Viral diseases cannot be treated by antibiotics. That is the reason why we say, for example, if we take cold, cold is caused by rhinovirus. Cold is a viral disease. As a result, antibiotics do not work on cold. So hence there is a famous proverb, namely, treated cold remains a week and untreated cold remains for 7 days. Viral infected cell secretes an antiviral protein called interferon. So interferon is a protein that is secreted by the cell that is attacked by the virus. Virus is a Latin word which means poison. Adolf Meyer described for the first time a disease of tobacco plant caused by tobacco mosaic virus. Let me list out the characters of viruses. These are highly infective agents, and all the viruses are pathogens, and these are smaller than bacteria. The larger viruses may be about 300 angstrom units in diameters. That means they may be as large as some of the small bacteria. The majority of the viruses are about 200 angstrom units in diameter. And the shape of the viruses may vary. They may be polyhedral or helical, and some of the viruses may exhibit very complex symmetry. Viruses are obligate parasites. I already made this point very clear because when the virus is present outside the host cell, they don't exhibit any living character. That means for their survival, viruses definitely, certainly need the host. They cannot grow outside the cells. They are host specific. That means virus can survive only in a particular host. I will give one example. The HIV virus can survive only in human being, but it can't survive in the mosquito. Viruses contain nucleic acid and outer protein coat. The genetic material within the virus may be either DNA or RNA. Sometimes both DNA and RNA may be present, but such viruses, RNA and DNA containing viruses, are very rare. Viruses either contain RNA or DNA as genetic material. but the viruses are surrounded by, that means the genetic material inside the virus is surrounded by protein coat, and this protein coat is called capsid. So what is capsid means? Capsid is the protein coat that surrounds the genetic material in the virus. Capsid is made up of small units called capsomeres. Cytoplasm is totally absent in viruses. Cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex and ribosomes are absent. Because ribosomes are absent, enzyme systems are also absent. So unlike bacteria and unlike other cells, the viruses do not contain any enzyme systems. But of course, there are certain exemptions to this. Certain viruses called retroviruses, which are RNA containing viruses, which are RNA containing animal viruses, they have certain enzymes in them, namely integrase and reverse transcriptase. Of course, these are only some exemptions. Majority of the viruses, they don't contain enzyme systems. Viruses usually have either DNA or RNA, whereas the typical cell contains both DNA and RNA. Animal viruses have DNA as genetic material. Plant viruses have normally RNA as genetic material. This is the basic difference between animal viruses and plant viruses. Of course, there are certain exemptions. Animal viruses that contain RNA as genetic material are called retroviruses. I told that normally animal viruses contain DNA, but there are certain animal viruses which contain RNA as genetic material. Such animal viruses which contain RNA as genetic material are called retroviruses. The best example is HIV virus. Myxoviruses are another category. Myxoviruses have additional membranous envelope containing proteins, lipids and carbohydrates outside the usual protein coat. Normally, viruses body contains capsid, which is nothing but a protein coat, whereas myxoviruses are the varieties that have additional membranous ingredients like lipids and carbohydrates. Ross sarcoma virus have both DNA and RNA. I told that plant viruses contain RNA and animal viruses contain DNA, whereas this Ross sarcoma virus have both DNA and RNA. Viruses are of three types: RNA virus, DNA RNA virus. We can also see one more type of classification in subsequent slides. Most bacteriophages contain only DNA. Bacteriophages are the viruses that attack bacteria. For example, if there are any bacteria and if they are killed by these viruses, such viruses that kill bacteria, such viruses that acts as parasites on bacteria are called bacteriophages, and these are hyperparasites. The river Ganges is full of bacteriophages. So whenever a person is infected with bacterial disorders or bacterial diseases, if he takes a dip in river Ganges, because of the bacteriophages present in the Ganges water, he will come out as a healthy person, because all the bacteria associated with this particular person will be killed by the bacteriophages that are present in the Ganges water. Of course, this may be the past story, because nowadays the river Ganges was polluted like anything. And here you can simply see the structure of virus in this slide, and you can also see the spikes, tail fiber, sheath, collar, nucleic acid and capsid head. Capsid protects the genetic material, and there may be helical viruses. The tobacco mosaic virus has a helix shape. Icosahedral, near spherical viruses are also there. Most animal viruses belong to these two categories. And coming to the envelope, some viruses cover themselves with a modified section of cell membrane, creating a protective lipid envelope. These include the influenza and HIV. Before entering a cell, viruses exist in a form known as virions. So, virion is nothing but extra cytoplasmic viral particle. That means before entering into the cytoplasm of any organism, the virus is known as virion. During this phase, they are roughly 1/100th the size of a bacterium. Origin of virus is explained, of course, by certain theories, but I am mentioning only two theories, namely regressive theory and progressive theory. Regressive theory states that viruses are formed in the later part of evolutionary history, because virus being obligatory parasites, they need host. That means host should be evolved first, followed by viruses. That means certain organisms, they started moving back in the evolutionary history and they lost certain potentials, they lost certain living characters and they became viruses. This is a regressive theory or reduction theory. Whereas progressive theory, this is also called escape theory. This escape theory states that the host DNA or RNA sometimes missed some fragment and the fragment that was escaped from this host DNA might have given rise to the virus particle. This is a progressive theory. Of course, the former theory, that is regressive theory, is more acceptable because being obligatory parasites, host should have evolved first, followed by viruses. Viruses can be transmitted by touch, cough, sneeze, saliva, mucus, blood, intercourse, food and water contamination. Of course, nowadays we are listening that COVID virus, coronavirus may survive on the surfaces of certain objects for some time. Any object on which virus can survive for some time is called fomite. Any object on which the virus can survive is called fomite. Virion, as I already told, is the extracellular form of virus. Viroids are small circular single-stranded molecules of infectious RNA that cause several plant diseases. The difference between virion and viroid is virion is a complete virus that is outside the cytoplasm. That is an extracellular form containing both genetic material and also protein coat. Whereas viroids are small circular single-stranded molecules of infectious RNA. It doesn't include the protein coat of the virus. So that's about the difference between virion and viroids. And types of viruses. As I already told, the viruses contain either DNA or RNA. So here they may contain double-stranded DNA, single-stranded DNA, double-stranded RNA, single-stranded RNA, single-stranded RNA, that is ssRNA viruses. Of course, there is a little difference. Positive sense single-stranded RNA, reverse transcriptase viruses. That means I have already made it very clear that RNA viruses, that is retroviruses, RNA containing animal viruses are called retroviruses. They should have one enzyme called reverse transcriptase in order to activate reverse transcription. Reverse transcription is nothing but the formation of DNA from RNA. Normally RNA is formed from the DNA and this process is called transcription. But if the reverse process takes place, that means if the DNA originates from RNA, that is called reverse transcription and that is facilitated by reverse transcriptase enzyme, and such viruses that contain reverse transcriptase enzyme are called reverse transcriptase viruses. And these are the viral diseases, of course: smallpox, common cold, hepatitis, polio, hanta, COVID-19, rabies, herpes, etc. So this is about some aspects of viruses. Thank you very much.